Hey guys, we had a crazy year in 2021. Skylar joined us.
Yeah.
In May.
I'm here. So we wanted to recap some of our favorite finds over this last year. Yep. And there's some good ones. If you've been following us for this year, you'll probably recognize some of these. Oh, I'm excited.
It's been nuts. It's been a crazy year. We got our 7 favorite finds. Let's roll into it, starting with number 7. Real quick, it is the end of the year, 2 days left, which means you have 2 days to subscribe to the Caterpie Crew private Discord and get 2 months free if you pay for the year. We'd love to have you. Check it out. Any idea what you're looking for on it, or?
So this was our first sale of the day.
First sale.
Like we pulled up. This guy had a giant like ping pong table or something in front of this.
I saw them from so far back.
I know. I see Chase just march over. I'm just like,
when I like run out of the car, you know something's about to happen. And this Mario Party 6 that we're looking at right there was mint condition. It's actually in my collection right now. I can see it. Yep, there it is on the bottom.
Yeah, you're right.
Mario Party 6. Big box, crazy. Couldn't believe it.
Oh, on that?
Yeah.
No idea.
Games are so clean.
I wait for the here, she was pricing everything, so I mean, any thoughts?
Finding Nemo though.
There's a game inside of it too.
Okay.
It is in that case.
Gotcha. So last you know it worked and everything.
Yeah.
Okay. It'll just need
I forget how much we
just
got this
power
for.
cord to it.
I remember.
I don't know what that was with it, but I don't think that's the power cord.
Yeah. Looks like a video camera cord or something.
Yeah.
I mean, for the bundle, I could give you $100. This was one of those bundles where I could have offered $20 and gotten it, no problem. It's one of those questions at a garage sale, but I wanted to be fairly generous with the offer, considering it's a garage sale. I don't know if anything works, and I think I blew his mind that I came out with $100.
Yeah, he was like, "Oh, yeah." Okay.
Which obviously is still a great deal.
Yeah.
But I didn't want to just do the $20 offer. And was still very, very happy. Everything did end up working, and for $100, that was a great score at number 7.
A cool collection piece out of it too.
Yeah, I mean that was crazy.
On to number 6. This was before my time.
The trade began before your time, and I think the reveal of the end results happened after your time. Let's see what I traded. I'm trading all of this for what is inside this box. Oh yeah, so there is a significant piece yet to be pulled out down there. This might be the greatest Pokemon card collection I've ever got. So,
I didn't see any Pokemon cards.
they were there towards the end, and that's what made the trade spectacular. The video games were actually just kind of a bonus to get the trade over the edge. You saw I traded like 4 switches. Either 3 or 4 switches.
Scrub back like.
There's 2 Switch lights. I know that. Yeah.
2 Switch lights.
2 regular Switches.
And
Mario Kart Live.
Xbox Series.
And a Series X. So we're talking 11, 15, 1,600 in retail.
Wow.
I worked really hard to make it happen. The cool thing is, I believe his name was Michael that I traded with. Most amazing Pokemon card collection I've ever seen. We were talking like E-Series era, 2002. My favorite kinds of cards.
They have the lines on them, right?
Yes.
The
lines.
They're fine.
The beautiful. They're so beautiful. I love them. And I knew that I had to make it happen. He ended up trading all this stuff away and like doubling up on everything there. So he did really well too.
Wow.
So I sent the top like 8 or 10 cards to PSA.
Okay.
And got them back about 6 months later. But now I gotta see the cards up close. So we'll just go one by one. So right there, Gengar Hollow Expedition. Again, one of my favorite sets of all time. Love that card too. PSA 9. There's the Gengar. Probably my favorite. So that Gengar, PSA 9 Legendary Collection.
Oh, was this one? Oh, I don't want to butcher the price. You go ahead.
I don't think we ever mentioned it. I sold it like through Instagram for like $1,300.
Yeah.
Just that one card. Legendary Collections are really, really hard to get good grades in, and that was a huge sale. But that was not even the biggest by any means.
Yeah.
Hypno. That's from Aquapolis. Expedition Charizard Reverse. So the lowest grade with an 8, and honestly I was expecting 8 to be the high number and 7 to be the low number.
Oh, this is that one. Okay. So this is the one where like we just saw gold label, or whatever it is.
So they were highlighted in yellow.
Yeah.
Because there are some 10s to come, and those are highlighted in yellow. I have a history of predicting low on grades. You could hear I said 7 or 8.
As the highest.
As the highest. 8 was the lowest. This is the one right here. A 10 of that same card. That is insane. The pop counts on that are so low. So, I mean, I was being really, really critical when I was reviewing them with my magnifying lamp. So the PSA 10 Charizard, crazy. I didn't really want to sell it, if I'm being honest, but I did.
Okay.
It sold for $2,300. So we after 2 cards, right? It's a double up.
That's insane.
Like after fees, out the door,
gosh.
and
So
we
just
got 2 more
Charizard.
10s.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Has all this pretty much sold or in a collection?
Some of it's still up for sale. I haven't sold a couple of them. Yeah, like I've been asking kind of high prices because I mentioned at some point that I really don't want to sell them.
Yeah.
But everything's for sale at the right price. I don't know. No, I don't have any up there, but that was one that somebody offered the right price.
All right.
So I took it. Here's another beauty. The Blastoise Expedition PSA 10. Just the art, the look of the card.
That's pretty.
Beautiful, and to have it in a 10 is
That's a pretty card.
Yeah, that Blastoise and the next card to be shown are probably my favorite cards. That one I've been offered $3,500 on. And I said no. I maybe should have taken it, but I love the card so much. Scott was like, what are you doing?
Oh my gosh, $3,500. I said, no, I'm insulted.
And then the Dragonite. Absolute beauty. We saw sold on that for, I think it was $3,500 in a 10. So that was probably the biggest card of the batch, the Dragonite. I have it listed for like $5,800 or something. Just, there's not really any options. The pop count is so low. I'm like, I might as well shoot for the moon because I love the card. But yeah, if you ever see anything in my eBay store, please message me off of eBay. We can work out a deal. 15% off. Anything.
Off of meaning a different platform.
Yes, don't message me through eBay. Can't respond on there.
All right, so number 5, this is episode 7 of season 5. We found gold!
This was very memorable.
This is probably one of the coolest finds.
All right, guys, so I'm at the jewelry store right now, and he's thinking, I brought in my first little thing of rings. He's thinking they might be real. He hasn't tested them with acid or anything yet, but he said bring in the rest because he is intrigued. So I'm excited. We could have hit a gold mine. All right, so this is the first batch of rings that I've sent. They are real. So getting $500. And then all these appear to be real as well. So we hit the jackpot. $500.
That's fantastic. So we had like 212 rings
Yep.
total, and I think I don't know how many you sold there. What is it, like 10?
Yeah, it was just that small stack. We had $300 into it though.
That was a risk.
Yeah, I had no idea. You probably caught a little bit of that. I had no idea that any of it would be real. I thought it was all costume jewelry.
Yeah, I mean, in it, like, the basement was like that of a hoarder, and like lots of arts and crafts type stuff. So you would think costume jewelry.
Yeah.
Not that, oh, we were jewelers and we have hundreds and hundreds of gold and diamond rings.
Turns out their grandfather owned a jewelry store.
Yeah, like here in this town, we ended up finding out a lot of history throughout this series. There's like 3 parts.
Yeah.
So if you're interested in that, we're going to have links to all this stuff in the description.
Yeah, so that was crazy, and ended up selling everything for a little bit over $10,000, and gave the owner a really good kickback.
Yeah.
Gave him more money, went back later, and it was nuts. It was fun.
We learned so much.
Crazy. I think we just need to watch this one.
This one just makes me laugh.
This one was crazy. I sold this Joe Burrow Contenders Auto rookie card months ago for $1,500 raw. The buyer ended up returning it a couple weeks later for condition issues, so I decided, why not get it graded? Got it back 2 months later and got it graded a perfect SGC 10 with an auto grade of a 10. I then turned around and sold it to a different buyer that did not return it for $3,800. So I graded the card for $30 and ended up getting $2,300 more bucks in the sale. So thank you to that buyer.
And still a thank you to that guy. My goodness.
That happens so often where the seller just has to eat it and loses. This was one of those where It was so vindicating and
Yeah.
worked out so well.
Yeah, and I think the guy that bought it was trying to flip it as well for even
Yep.
more. I'm curious to see
He
if
probably
he got
did
it.
after Joe Burrow's huge game that like just happened
Yeah.
a couple days ago when we're filming this.
Oh my goodness. Yeah. So that one was great. And so we have another card that is even more spectacular. This has my favorite reaction probably of all time.
Yeah.
Just because Chase was not expecting it at all.
So I sent off a card to PSA to get graded. It's a Gold Star Charizard. Skylar and David actually know the grade. I believe I guessed it would get a 5 or a 6. And I pulled up a PS5 comp, and that card is worth like $900. Okay, here we go. Moment of truth. It looks better than I remember. I don't know, maybe it was
What do you
scratched
think
on.
it is?
I think it's a 5 or a 6. I'm gonna say a 6 at this point. What? We got a 9. Oh my gosh. Yes! Yeah, so
Gotta love it.
Brother Dave's reaction is because David and Skylar both knew the grade before I did.
Yeah. And we had a hard time containing ourselves because David texted me one day when we were working, like, what it actually got. Chase was thinking like a 5.
Yep.
And he said he'd keep it in his collection if it was an 8 or higher. He got a 9.
So yeah, that was nuts. But yeah, get friends like Skylar and Brother Dave because they were both so genuinely excited for me. And I would be for them too. So it's just really cool that we could all share in the excitement of that crazy grade. And it's still sitting, you can't see it, but it's sitting right up there above us. And it is a beautiful
so
card.
good.
It's staying in the collection. And I am stoked to have that one. We got it in a Switch trade.
Yeah.
Behind a base set Charizard. It was in a binder.
In the binder on the top.
It was hidden. Didn't know
Behind
it was
more
there.
cards.
Oh my goodness.
No reason it should have gotten a 9. But it did.
Crazy. It probably did get a 9 because it was behind that other Charizard.
Yeah, maybe it was the people we paid off. Okay, I'll cut that. Alright, now time for number 2.
Number 2.
This one was just a very fun one that got us reinvigorated. We were almost done for the day.
Yep.
And
Your first great score at a garage sale.
oh my gosh, yes.
Sale.
You know what you're running for?
Yeah, all this kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, because there's a lot of games in it here too.
I'm just like,
This is so good.
yeah, so we got that for $50. They were super happy. This is just yes.
Still got it.
This was just a perfect storm. Like, it was like 12 o'clock, like maybe 1, and their sale wasn't up for a while, and they were still periodically bringing things out. And then they brought out this bin right as we happened to be like, let's go to this junk.
We were previewing the
thing.
town sale before it officially started.
Yeah.
And we were about ready to be done. So this is one of those great sales that just says keep going, keep pressing on,
Yeah.
ask at every sale, and this might happen.
Yeah. And number 1, this is kind of like an overview of a 3-part series we did. Again, we're going to have the playlists all below.
Yep.
But 512 pounds of games. It's weird to quantify something like that, but it was a $15,000 buy from an auction house.
Yeah, mom and pop auction house, couple states over. Had to get it shipped on a pallet. The collection was the most immaculate collection I've ever seen.
Yeah. Oh, how Thane just disappears.
I can't even see Thane
Can't even
behind
see
it.
it.
Now that's a knife. That's a knife.
Scotty Peeler, baby. See, they make an appearance in the video.
Zorro. Oh.
I forgot that happened. Sorry, Thane.
So yeah, this was just a very, very fun time.
Oh, it was so much fun. Unboxing every box in the video that followed this one.
Yep, the auction house called you. Like the owner was like, "Hey, I saw you put in a lot of bids."
He's like, "Are you legit?"
Yeah, he's like, "I'm just calling to make sure you're a real person."
Yeah.
And we got maybe 20 to 25% of the entire collection.
There was so much more that we did not get.
Yeah, and
Hindsight, I would have bought all of it because the condition was perfect. But this auction house did not know what they had. They took pictures kind of far out of multiple games, including like sealed GameCube.
Yeah, just like stacked in between like other games, so you had a hard time seeing what was actually sealed.
Complete N64 stuff just stacked on top of each other. Not something they normally dealt with. Obviously, it went well for them, and it went well for me.
Yeah.
This stuff ended up being worth about $40,000,
That's so good.
which was crazy, once in a lifetime kind of find.
We've
We had a
lot
couple of
this
those.
year.
Yeah, this was a really good
Oh my
year, really
goodness.
fun year. Let me know what your favorite video was. If something stands out to you that we didn't talk about, there was a lot of great stuff that we didn't show here. It was a good year.
Yeah, comment your favorite finds from this past year, your favorite video.
And look forward to 2022 because I have a really good feeling about it. Skylar's here the whole year this year. It's going to be awesome. Garage sales are going to be nuts. We've got some great fun series planned.
Yes.
Very excited for what's to come. Bar will do.